Going into a locker room with Braun, seeing that you guys are natural born leaders, your guys' mindset, the attention to detail, your discipline, your hunger to win. What was it like collabing, obviously with one of the greatest players of all time from a mental
It,
standpoint?
it was a hell of an experience. Like I said, he was very vocal this year in film, as far as helping the young guys understand what they need to be and where we need to be as a team. So like I said, I was learning on the fly on the court. Just picking his brain, studying him, his body of work, the way he moves. When I go back and watch film, I used to always watch film of myself, and then I watch film of him, AD. You know what I mean? Just understanding where they want the ball, where they're great at. So that's just that's just kind of how my mindset was going into it. Like I said, but to be able to play with him and pick his brain daily and understand his discipline of what he's done to be able to become, so dominant at the year 17. It was fun to watch. It was great to be next to and understanding like, okay, this is elite. I played with so many elite players at a high level. Damn near, I would say more than 15 first ballot Hall of Famers. So,
Mm.
to see the best at the best, it was a hell of a ride these last couple of years. Just, I'm saying, just watching them.
You came in and picked up where you left off, which was crazy to me after 6 week off and a broken thumb. Like you said, a third surgery on the same hand. Tell me what it was like being a younger player in the playoffs, and then your mentality as a 15-year vet or a 14-year vet, and coming back and knowing exactly where you need to be and how you can affect the game in the most, because you put up solid numbers, but just your presence on the court allowed LeBron to kind of exhale a little bit, and you were able to run the show on both sides of the floor.
Well, I mean, like I said, that's to sum it up, really, that's just about trust. You know what I mean? Like Brown was able to trust me, and I told him, you know what I mean? Like I got you. You know what I mean? I damn sure don't want to let anybody down, myself down, but I'm not gonna let anybody down. I'm gonna make mistakes, but if I make a mistake, I'm probably gonna make up for it 2 times in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So that was just my mindset and just having energy and want to become, the best player on the court. Even with him on the court, my mindset is to be the best player on the court at all times. And I was able to do that, like I said, with trust in my teammates and my coaching staff. So I have to give them credit. But just having a mindset, like I said, when I was 21 in the playoffs, going at it, I had three greats, a lot of other great teammates. But I had three greats behind me, and I knew they had my back from day one. So I did have to earn their respect, which was obviously expected, which was not a problem. But having them behind me, understanding like they gave me leeway. They pumped the confidence in me. I saw those guys work at an early age, and it was only right that I follow suit. You know what I mean? Like I said, having that competitive drive, wanting to win, I was able to learn, some of the things I had and put it with theirs and just pick each one of their brains, the PJ Browns, Keon
Mm,
Dubins. Like I had a lot of great vets,
mm,
Sam Cassell, Tyron Lue. So they were on me daily and they helped me grow. And then fast forward 15 years later, for 14 years later, I mean, I was able to just come back, with the grace of God. Like I said, I broke my hand. And then I was supposed to play in the Portland series. 30 minutes before tip off, my back locked up. I'm out another
mm.
week. So I missed that series completely. So I'm thinking like, damn, I've been out for 7 months. I'm coming right back in the heat.
Let's go back to Braun, Rondo. Give me
Okay.
one thing that you can say you actually learned from the Kang. I call him the Kang, the Kang.
I mean, I might have to say it's discipline. I
Hmm.
just think it's discipline, yo. Like I said, he got the best guy working on his body in the game. And everything he do is routine, strategically routine as far as rest, diet, you know what I mean, like from top to bottom. Only person other than that was KG, but like I said, LeBron, the way he's daily doing exactly what he needs to be doing is unmatched. So it's
It
like
shows.
I can tell you that, but you can't really understand it until you like see it. Like damn, like I see him every day, like and he ain't taking no shortcuts. Like shit,
Mm,
he own it, locked in.
mm, mm. Love it.
So
Putting them days together. What was it
yeah.
like going from being a Boston Celtic to winning a championship for the Lakers the year Kobe passes?
It was a lot. This was the emotional roller coaster year. Uh, Winning it, for Kobe, the year Kobe passed is unreal. It's something you couldn't imagine. Obviously, me playing against him a couple finals, in the same uniform. So um, it was a tough one. So we all understood the mindset and the goal of what we were trying to attain, and who we were doing it for. So to be able to, kind of like I said, say that and full circle accomplish your goal, it was just a real moment, and it's definitely something we'll be grateful for, I'm sure, the rest of our life. So it was a dope moment. It's been a dope moment despite everything else. You know what I mean? Just being able to share some light in that aspect.
I mean, it's been amazing. To me, people talk about this should be an asterisk. To me, this should be a gold star, considering what the world was going through, what you guys had to go through to get in the bubble and stay safe and still carry your message and still be away from your family. To me, the game is 90% mental. Once you get to this level, everyone can pretty much do everything. So who mentally, like you said, with Bron's discipline, or who can really lock in for this time and understand the task at hand? So for all those people that say, oh, this is an asterisk, this shit, man, fuck that. This got to be a gold star, considering how fucked up a year 2020 has been as a whole.
Absolutely. I can't wait to wear my ring.
You got a chance to win a couple rings with Bron in Miami.
Yeah.
To see what he's been able to kind of do. Went from, I think he learned, and you can speak to this,
Yeah.
I think he learned a lot from you guys in Miami, particularly D-Wade, on how to handle shit, because D-Wade had already been there. Your staff and your organization is rock solid, and like Jack said, it starts at the top. I think he did great as a player, but I think he did a lot of maturing and learning when he was with you guys.
You know, the biggest thing he learned in Miami is he learned to stop giving a fuck.
That's hard to do.
And it's hard to do when so many people are talking about you. I mean, from the ninth grade, man, we all seen this movie. This dude was a ninth grader.
Chosen one.
He was on Sports Illustrated. He was supposed to be the best player that ever played the game, and that was on his head from that day on.
And he didn't disappoint?
He hasn't disappointed. Now, did he have some bumps in the road?
No, where?
No, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, Jack, from the
this is the
standpoint
most
of
squeaky clean athlete
I
star
think that, but I'm just
ever in life.
saying, people have.
Right.
Now I'm talking about bumps in the roads, like losing this series or not hitting this shot.
That's part of the game.
That stuff has come, and we've watched him grow through that. But if you look at the totality of what he's been able to do, and he ain't done.
Nah, he
they
ain't
can
done.
win it again next year if Anthony
Name
Davis
another
can
player
stay
that's
right.
been in his prime for 17 years.
None. And
His prime
this
since
dude,
day one.
and he takes it so serious. Like, he puts in so much. That's why I can respect it, because I got to see him put in the time. He doesn't take that part for granted. He's just not a talented dude showing up and being LeBron.
Oh,
you put that work.
There is work being done.
Take care of his
And what
body.
he's done physically for himself, mentally, like,
His shot.
and then when you take all of that, and he's taking the burden of leading us in social justice and criminal justice and this whole deal and carrying
I
that
promise
way.
school too.
Yeah.
I mean, he
That's
built a
unbelievable.
school where the families live for free if they're in this program, where they got housing. Who's done that?
Can't beat that,
And so he's
nobody.
carrying all of that. He's doing all of this great stuff on the court that we can't even believe, and he's not done. And he's doing that. So what we're seeing is something to marvel at, and I hope that when it's all said and done, that he really gets the kind of credit that I think he deserves.
When you see that too, though, and this is what my point before about that group of people over here,
you always gonna have that.
they try to find a way
Anything
to attack
tear his
him.
armor down. Well, you remember last year, 'cause we were here last year,
Yeah.
because you hear the media, oh, he's coming to LA and he wants to make movies and be on shows and he's not
They didn't know
focused
him.
and this. I'm just like, this nigga's been doing this stuff. You just didn't know because he wasn't in LA doing it. Like,
He don't need to be here to do that.
Exactly. He knows what his job is. His
What
job is to.
LeBron was looking at was, okay, I'm having a tough time catching these dudes with 6. I might be able to do it, but what I can do is win one with 3 different franchises and be Finals MVP. That's
4
something ain't
different times.
none of them done.
4 different times.
Think about that.
And then,
He
like-
took a whole different crew 4 times and said, come on, guys, fit the pieces together. I'll make the rest of it work. I got it.
But from an athlete side, Fizz, I say this all the time. This is why I love LeBron. I set him apart from everybody. As athletes, we all bring our entourage around. We all come in and want
Right.
to bring our hood and everybody around and put them in position to be millionaires or put them in position
did that.
to provide for themselves. He's the only one in NBA history to get it right.
Successfully.
The only one. So that's why I separate
now
from
one
everybody
of
else.
them-
I'm guilty. I got it wrong. He's the only one to get it
That
right.
was the thing I loved about his crew was, and I'm friends with all of them, is that they all became their own entity, right? They didn't just hold on to his tail and say, I'm going to stay in this crew and be around them as long. They their own
They brought
people.
something to the
But
table.
that's the energy he gave
And
off, though.
He empowered them
Yeah.
to go be themselves. And if I'm an athlete and I got a little crew,
That's the blueprint.
I'm sitting there going, hey, what did they do?
Straight
so
up.
that I'm not paying these dudes bills when I'm 20 years
Yeah,
from now and they
yeah.
still, asking me for money and all this stuff. What he did is he empowered their entrepreneurship.
But where did he start and where
they
did he
took
finish,
off.
though?
Right.
He started on the court.
Right.
Right. And that's where he does his thing. And I think, you know what I mean? Like, we got people who walk this line, but they're not fully committed here.
Right.
And if you're not fully committed
None of
here,
the other
nobody
shit
cares
works.
about that other stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
you're below average as an NBA player, like, nobody's jumping on your ship to give you these opportunities to do these things. He got the job done here.
Yeah.
And all the other doors were opened up because of basketball.
Right.
Well, I just
We
wish
can't
people
miss that.
would understand and appreciate, instead of always trying to compare who's this, who's that, what he didn't do, that we've got a chance to watch Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James all in their primes, all during our lifetime.
Right.
It's
You know
always
what
the
I mean?
people with
How
no
lucky are
talent,
we?
though.
Always.
How lucky are we?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, that's why I don't get into it.
Yeah.
I don't care
Just
about this
enjoy it.
GOAT, this whole thing.
Always
Let's-
people with no talent. They ain't never made a
It's
church
always the
league
people
team.
can't
They
make a layup
Nothing.
in the gym by themselves.
Nothing.
They couldn't make a layup, and they were the ones trying to have these
Who's
conversations.
better than this? And it almost, and what I don't like is sports media has almost made you like, if I like Kobe, then I can't like LeBron.
Right, that's
If I
stupid.
like MJ, I can't like.
It's art.
It's crazy.
It's art.
Right.
It's art.
It's insane.
It's Van Gogh. It's Da Vinci.
You know, we the
see
only
all
race
these
that
other-
really do that, though.
Yeah.
We the only race that try to make each other go against each other or compare each other. You can't just say, okay, it's only one Mamba, one King, and one Jordan.
Right.
You can't just say, you got, well, Jordan better than him with Kobe. We the only race that compare.
They
We can't
have
just
that.
be great. We can't just let everybody be great and praise everybody and give everybody their flowers. We got to compare them in some kind of way.
I always look at it like this. If your name is in the conversation,
Alone.
it's over.
Good.
Right.
And don't
good.
and if you're not in that circle, like I like what Jordan said. Did you hear what Jordan was talking about it not too long ago about how you can't compare Kareem to me, to LeBron, he was like, it's not fair generationally to do that. He's like, you gotta appreciate what these guys are doing in
their
that moment.
time.
Right.
And if Jordan said that, everybody else needs to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Because he's the one that really has got the most votes for the crown.
Right.
And if he's
right.
saying, here, I'm gonna sit the crown over here for me just so y'all understand it's not about that,
Right.
then everybody else shut the fuck up.
Right, exactly.